So let's get started. I am using this cute little set that we were gifted. Were we gifted? I don't know, but it's cute. Hearts and Hugs. I don't remember where I got this, if it was a gift from Stampin' Up! Or because it has dies, it makes me think it was not. Or if it was something that we could order at the very beginning of the new catalog. So this is what I'm using today. And the card I'm going to show you how I made, or that we're going to make today, is this, whoops, this little guy doesn't belong on there, although he looked kind of cute on there, is this cute little I Could Just Hug You card. And so it just opens up, very simple. And I'll tell you how some of it came about. I'll give you some tips and tell you why I have what I have. And so as we go through. So I'm going to start with my card base. Let's move this. This is where you can find me. I'm at stampwithdeb.com. And if you need to email me, it's Debbie@stampwithdeb.com. That makes it really easy to remember. Okay, so I have this 5.5 by 4.25 piece of Lost Lagoon. I have I better measure these or else I'm liable to give you the wrong measurements. So this is a 6 3/4 by 5.25, and it's scored at 4 inches. Yes, scored at 4 inches here. And then I have this, which is 2 7/8 by 5.25. Okay, so to start out with, I kind of took some removable tape, just put a little bit there, put this in here, just where it's going to go. Now you want to be careful when you're doing this because if you go too close to that edge, it won't lay down very well, which is what mine has an issue with it. So I'm going to burnish this first so that I have a really good fold here. And then I'm going to attach this right in there. And I just have one little spot attached because I'm going to die cut. Okay, so I'm bringing in my big guns here. Just want to make sure you can see what I'm doing. So I'm going to turn this a little bit so that you can see this edge, which is the edge I want you to see. And I'm going to put in my basic platform, which is number 1. I'm going to put in my, what are they calling this? Little thing that goes in between when you use die cutting. Number 2. How about that? And number 3. Then I'm going to put in my card, just like this. Now I'm going to cut my smallest circle first. And I am using, gosh, I almost want to change. I'm going to change this, guys. Instead, I use the Stylish Shapes dies, but I think that this will be really cute, although it may not work at all. We're going to try. I use the Stylish Shapes dies to start with. So I use these right here, okay? I'm going to use the Spotlight on Nature. I think those will be cute. They have some interesting shapes. And there are 2, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 that are that style. There's 3 that are this style. So I think I'm going to use this one. So I'm going to use this one to go along with it. So I'm going to take my smallest circle. We'll see how this looks. And I'm going to place that right there. And I'm going to put my other plate on top. And the only guide I have is just to make sure that I have room here to cut my other circle and that it's centered. Okay, so I'm going to go through here. I'm cutting both papers at this time. Okay, and we're just going to go through. Okay, now we're going to set this aside. And we're going to come back here and we're going to cut with a larger circle. Ooh, that's the same circle. No, it's not. Okay, let's see. I don't know if this is going to work. I might have to get a new piece of paper. It should, because my line is on the outside edge here. So if I just line that up, it's going to be a very small difference, actually. I'm just going to move it out a little bit like that. Since it's going to cut on that outside circle, I am going to put a piece of tape on this. I'm going to put a piece of tape on that. Just because I'm afraid it'll move. Okay, let's put a piece of tape on there. Oh yeah, that'll hold it in place better. Okay, and then put my other plate on here. Now when you put these through, keep in mind you don't want them all at the same level. You want them to go through at different levels, so you don't have to stack them straight in that sense. You don't want your sides to rub, definitely, but you want those to go in at different levels there. Okay, let's pull this out. Let's get this out of the way. See if I can do it without dropping it all. Okay, and we'll take this off very gently because that tape stuck very nicely. But see, that's all I cut off was just that little bit. But that'll be perfect, I think. Okay, so now we're going to go back and we're going to put this in here, and that is exactly what I wanted. Oh, look at that. That came out really good. Now, if it's too much, it is a little bit much. So I'm going to trim off the back side of it, which will move it in just a little bit. So I wanted to do this at 2 3/4 to start with. So let's just do it at 2 3/4. And let's see how that works. Pull my trusty paper trimmer here. Okay, now it's in too far. Yeah, guys, I should have not trimmed that off. So we're just going to leave it so there's a little gap in there. That's okay. I would leave it at 2 7/8. I would probably use the other dies because I didn't even get a design. So what was the purpose of using these dies? Good question, huh? Okay, we're going to go on. It'll come out fine. It'll come out good, I'm sure. Okay, because see, now I have this big gap in here and no gap out here, really. So it should be balanced, or inside and outside. So I cut off the section that I should have kept. So it's okay. We're going to just go with it. So I'm going to put some adhesive on here. I'm going to use my green glue. Where's my green glue? It's all ready to go. Okay. I'm just going to put some adhesive on here. And because I want this to be out a little further, whoops, we're going to fold that over. I got my adhesive too close, of course. And this is not straight. Oh, this is going to be a good video today. All right, let's go this way. Maybe we can get it on straight. I shouldn't have explored. I should have stuck with what I knew was good. Okay, there we go. It's still not straight. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim it. It's okay on the bottom. It's this area right here. I just have a little bit of an edge there, which we don't want to see. The bottom is fine. Okay. All right, let's get our little character in here. Now you could do anything in this circle. You could do, gosh, you could do these flowers that are in here. That would be really pretty going up in here. We're going to stick with what we know today because I've already messed it up. So we're going to stamp this little character, and we want him right about here, just because of where the hole is on my my card front. He's in a little further than what he should be. Oh, this is a good one today, you guys. You're seeing me do all my mess ups today. Okay, let's see if I can stamp the greeting crooked. Maybe I should just intentionally stamp it crooked. Let's stamp our greeting in here. Okay, that one came out okay. All right, now let's finish this up. I'm going to use my Lost Lagoon and my blending brush, and I already cut this little character out and trimmed around the edge real close so that when I brush add this color, I won't color him, hopefully. He may end up with a blue ear today, who knows. I'm going to rub it out on my glass plate and then go in and color. And it just adds a little bit of interest behind him. And then we can pull him off. And I didn't finish cutting. So, like I said, this is a blooper video, I think. Okay, I know how we can fix that. What we're going to do is we're going to move it over. And just add a little bit more color. And it kind of looks like a shadow. Okay, let's see if I can color with gray granite. So I'm going to color my little character here. And, I mean, if you can't laugh at yourself, then who can? So, yeah. I'm not sure what he is. I think he's a hamster. I don't know. I'm not sure what he is. But he could be anything you want him to be. So I'm just going to give him a little bit of color. I want this little tummy to be a little bit lighter, so I'm going to come in and give him that color in the middle, but then I'm going to come back and make it a little darker around the edges by putting a second coat on there. Now, you know what happens when you color with Stampin' Blends is it goes through the back. And that's what happened with mine. And so because of that, what did I do for his feet? I did, let me grab another color his feet. That's where I discovered that I needed to put something else on the back. So that is why I cut the 5.5 by 4.25 to put on the back, because I needed it. I needed something. So we're going to give him a pink nose too. It's got pink feet. Okay. All right. Let's finish the front. How about that? So I went ahead and die cut in this set, in the Hearts and Hugs. Let me grab that. It is, whoops, I kept all these little shapes. They came out of in here. And I just thought, who knows? They may show up. I may want them for something somewhere along the line. So it has these little flowers, this little flower section, and it has hearts. And it has a whole stream of hearts, which I have already pulled out. And so I die cut those. And I'm laying here. And so this little plant, these little leaves, are going to go right in here. Actually, this will work better because it's a little higher. And so let's just put a little adhesive on here. Let's grab the gun. Maybe it'll work this morning. It's got glue all over it. Okay. So this is just a fine tip gun, which I love. It helps. Okay, I'm going to put those right in there. And then I'm going to add my little hearts here. They're little flower hearts. And one there. Probably should have put my glue on the dot instead. And I cut 3 of those little things. Okay. Okay, then I cut this row of hearts that's in there. I wanted to keep it on this board until we got ready to use it. The hearts are going to fall out now, which is what I want. I expected that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay this right in here. I am not going to glue it. I want this little heart out. So I'm going to lay it right along there. I'm going to go back and I'm going to put glue in each one of these. Let's move it up so you guys can see what I'm doing. So just put that glue in each one. Then I'm going to take my Take Your Pick tool and I'm going to pick up my hearts. Make sure they're all right side up. That was the advantage of keeping them in that, almost in a little tray. Attach those. Take Your Pick tool is great for this because I can just pick them up, put them in there, and whoops, move on. Okay, did you guys put in the comments how long you've been stamping? If you're just joining me, be sure to put in the comments how long you've been stamping. I'd love to know. Do I have brand new stampers with me today, or do I have expert stampers? I am not an expert stamper, obviously. Oops, and all of those came off. I'm going to reposition it. They didn't stay as I pulled that off. So I'm just going to push them down and pull that up. And they don't have to be in that exact line. I just thought that would make them stay in a nice little line so that they would be organized. And I wouldn't have to figure out how to get them in a straight row. Although this little guy, who seems to be stuck, is not in the row. Sometimes your fingers do the best. I should put him on a silicone mat. My tip fell off, huh? This has been a day already. Okay. I think I'm going to go back to bed when I'm done with this. No, no, I'm not. I have to go to the store. I have a million things to do today. I didn't want to do anything yesterday. Okay, so there is our little card, except we need to put it on here because see how that looks? That looks nasty on the back. So let's go ahead and put it on here. And that always happens when you use the Stampin' Blends. It's just because you're putting so much ink on, it goes right through that paper. And it is an alcohol ink and that's not working, so let's go this route. And that's not going to work either today. Of course not. This is a blooper day. What goes wrong, what can go wrong will go wrong. And I was so ready for today. I knew what I was doing. Sometimes I'm not quite ready. But I think that came out really cute after all. There we go. And that is my card for today. It came together okay in spite of all the mishaps that happened. I think he's really cute. So make sure that you make your list of what you want. And keep in mind that Stampin' Up! Has an amazing offer right now going on, a recruitment offer. And so you can get all the in-color pads, the Stampin' Right markers, not the Stampin' Blends, not these, but the Stampin' Right markers. A package of the in-color designer series paper and a package of assorted cardstock. So make sure that if your order comes to $99, you're going to want to sign up and get all of that for free. Plus, you get $125 worth of product. So if you are interested in signing up, I would love to have you on my team, and just get in touch with me, and you can contact me through Debbie at stampwithdeb.com. Or you can go to stampwithdeb.com and just click on the link there and send me an email. Thank you so much. I appreciate you being here with me today and watching all my little bloopers. Bye-bye.